Toxic relationships will cause monumental breakage to people, families, and workplaces, but they aren't necessarily the territory of the weak, downtrodden, or insecure. Strong, healthy, independent people can find themselves in the white-knuckled grip of a toxic relationship. Similarly, relationships that seem to begin strong because OMG we're so in love you guys can dissolve into nothing but ash and legal fees that could have bought a castle on the river Seine if they weren't being used to divide half your assets more half. Lie. Relationships evolve. They change and they grow. Sometimes they crash and they burn. We never know how things will look when each other's less adorable. Kind of awful habits start to show themselves publicly or under the influence of alcohol or in loss. What are the signs that I'm in a toxic relationship? 1. It feels bad. All the time. You fall asleep hollow and you wake up just as bad. You look at other couples doing their happy couple thing and you feel the sting. Why couldn't that sort of love happen for you? It can. But first you have to clear the path for it to find you. Leaving a relationship is never easy, but staying for too long in a toxic relationship will make sure any strength, courage, and confidence in you are eroded down to nothing. Once that happens, you're stuck. 2. You're constantly braced for the gotcha. Sometimes you can see it coming. Sometimes you wouldn't see it if it was lit with stadium floodlights. Questions become traps. Well, would you rather go out with your friends or stay home with me? Statements become traps. You seem to enjoy talking to your boss tonight. The relationship is a jungle and somewhere along the way you've turned into a hunted thing in a skin suit. When the gotcha comes, there's no forgiveness, just the glory of catching you out. It's impossible to move forward from this. Everyone makes mistakes, but yours are used as proof that you're too uninvested, too wrong, too stupid, too something. The only thing you really are is too good to be treated like this. 3. You avoid saying what you need because there's just no point. We all have important needs in relationships. Some of the big ones are connection, validation, appreciation, love, sex, affection. When those needs are mocked or ignored, the emptiness of that unmet need will clamor like an old church bell. If your attempts to talk about what you need end in a fake accusations of neediness, insecurity, jealousy, or madness, you'll either bury the need or resent that it keeps being overlooked. Either way, it's toxic. 4. There's no effort. Standing on a dance floor doesn't make you a dancer, and being physically present in a relationship doesn't mean there is an investment being made in that relationship. Doing things separately sometimes is healthy, but as with all healthy things, too much is too much. When there is no effort to love you, spend time with you, share the things that are important to you, the relationship stops giving and starts taking too much. There comes a point that the only way to respond to "well, I'm here, aren't I?" is "yeah, but maybe better if you weren't." 5. All the work, love, compromise comes from you. Nobody can hold a relationship together when they are the only one doing the work. It's lonely and it's exhausting. If you're not able to leave the relationship, give what you need to give, but don't give any more than that. Let go of the fantasy that you can make things better if you try hard enough. Work hard enough, say enough, do enough. Stop. Just stop. You're enough. You always have been. 6. When no is a dirty word. No is an important word in any relationship. Don't strike it from your vocabulary, even in the name of love, especially not in the name of love. Healthy relationships need compromise, but they also respect the needs and wants of both people. 7. The scorecard. Let me show you how wrong you are. One of the glorious things about being human is that making mistakes is all part of what we do. It's how we learn, how we grow, and how we find out the people who don't deserve us. Even the most loving, committed partners will do hurtful, stupid things sometimes. When those things are brought up over and over, it will slowly kill even the healthiest relationship and keep the guilty person small. 8. There's a battle, and you're on your own. Again, you and your partner are a team. You need to know that whatever happens, you have each other's backs, at least publicly. In healthy relationships, when the world starts throwing stones, the couple comes together and fortifies the wall around each other. Toxic relationships often see one person going it alone when it comes to public dance. 9. physical or verbal abuse, or both. These are deal breakers. You know they are. 10. Too much passive-aggressive. Passive-aggressive behavior is an indirect attack and a cowardly move for control. The toxicity lies in stealing your capacity to respond and for issues to be dealt with directly. The attack is subtle and often disguised as something else, such as anger disguised as indifference, whatever, or I'm fine. Manipulation disguised as permission, I'll just stay at home by myself while you go out and have fun. And the worst, a villain disguised as a hero, you seem really tired. 11. Nothing gets resolved. Every relationship will have its issues. In a toxic relationship, nothing gets worked through because any conflict ends in an argument. There is no trust that the other person will have the capacity to deal with the issue in a way that is safe and preserves the connection. 12. Whatever you're going through, I'm going through worse. In a healthy relationship, both people need their turn at being the supported and the supporter. In a toxic relationship, even if you're the one in need of support, the focus will always be on the other person. Babe, like, I know you're really sick and can't get out of bed, but it's so stressful for me because now I have to go to the party by myself. 13. Privacy. What privacy? Unless you've done something to your partner that you shouldn't have, like, forgot you had one on Singles Saturday, then you deserve to be trusted. 14. The lies. Oh, the lies. Lying and cheating will dissolve trust as if it was never there to begin with. Once trust is so far gone, it's hard to get it back. It might come back in moments or days, but it's likely that it will always feel fragile, just waiting for the wrong move. A relationship without trust can turn strong, healthy people into something they aren't naturally: insecure, jealous, and suspicious. 15. Big decisions are for important people. And clearly, you're not one of them. If you're sharing your life with someone, it's critical that you have a say in the decisions that will affect you. Your partner's opinions and feelings will always be important, and so are yours. Your voice is an important one. A loving partner in the context of a healthy relationship will value your thoughts and opinions, not pretend that they don't exist or assume theirs are more important.